So, Greg, you've been playing a more recent game.
Yes.
And what is it?
I'm actually almost reluctant to talk about it because I'm still extremely early on. Like, we're talking about maybe 2 hours at most that I've played of it. But the game is Luigi's Mansion 3.
So,
There is
first impressions then.
Well, there's a great review on in Europe from Dean. He has a great review. Well, I say great review. I haven't actually read it. And the reason that I haven't read it is because for some reason Luigi's Mansion 3 I've sort of been trying to avoid finding out too much about it over the last few months because I've sort of been wanting to go in blind. I'm sure I've said it to you guys before, but people that maybe haven't listened to us before won't know that I absolutely love the original Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. I think it's amazing. The second one on 3DS, not so much. Wasn't really digging the style of it, and obviously it was developed by Next Level Games, and when I found out they were doing the third one, I was quite apprehensive because I thought I wish they were doing Mario Strikers, or I wish they were doing Punch Out or something else. I just thought I'm not sure that's quite the right fit for them, and so started at Luigi's Mansion over the weekend there, and my very first impression was it was a bit like, oh no, because as soon as you jump in, it's there's sort of a wee bit of an intro sort of Luigi and his friends, yeah, and it's got that really sort of wacky sort of style, and it's very colourful and jolly kind of, and I don't particularly like it. It doesn't really work for me, and you go the animations and all are just really cute. It's not the Luigi and stuff. They got really great character and all. It's that side of it's fantastic, but they go to this hotel and it's up until Luigi goes to bed and that cutscene, it's I wasn't really digging the vibes at all. And as soon as he goes to sleep and it goes dark, and then the atmosphere sort of starts to set in as soon as he wakes up, and after that moment it's right, we're in now. It feels a bit more like Luigi's Mansion than something I've said the word before, wacky. So the game starts and there's so much character to it so far, and it feels really good. The controls feel really good. And like I say, Luigi, it's just he's had personality in the older Luigi's Mansion games, where he'll be humming the theme tunes and stuff, and Mario. And this here is just, it seems to, it's just on another level. Charles Martinet must have had extra voice lessons for this one, because it's just, he seems to say quite a lot more things, and just quite a lot more things happen in each room and stuff. It's just, and there's all these different reactions from Luigi and stuff, and it is really fantastic. And I fought a couple of those, you'll remember from the first game, there's portrait ghosts that you have to get. I fought sort of a couple of those types of fights. There's been nothing too difficult so far, but I would say so far it probably shares more in common with the second game than the first one. But it does seem like quite a good blend of both of them so far, and I'm hoping that continues and maybe even surpasses the original. But I suppose we'll have to see how that goes. But it shares you remember in the second game, there's the dark light thing, which sort of reveals things.
Yeah, reveals things like door handles and things like that. Yeah, for access.
I always loved in the original one, obviously that GameCube controller is fantastic. You had the analog triggers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And obviously the 3DS didn't have that, so you sort of I suppose there were sacrifices had to be made for the controls. That didn't even, the original 3DS model obviously didn't have a second sticker in, so there was that issue as well. At least in this one you've got the second stick available, and I'm not really missing the analog shoulder buttons, to be honest, because like I say, the controls work pretty well. But the default controls, they kind of, the ones that the game explains to you is pretty much on the face button. So like to use like to flash the torch or whatever, it's on the A button, for example.
Yeah.
But whenever you're doing that, you can't rotate the right stick.
Yeah.
And I've noticed like that was becoming a problem, and then until I realised like the shoulder buttons actually do the same functions as well. So like the R button does the flashlight, L throws out your plunger stuff. So maybe you're not aware of it, so you can use the shoulder buttons and you still have access to the right stick. And since I've been using that, it's been feeling an awful lot better. So I'm looking forward to playing it a lot more. Don't really want to spoil anything so far, but I suppose I can't
couple
really.
of quick questions. First of all, how's the frame rate? After hearing bad things about the frame rate of Link's Awakening, it had me worried for Luigi's Mansion, because there was a review synopsis I read which said Luigi's Mansion 3 is a graphical powerhouse, and I know it looks good from all the stills and things I've seen. How's the frame rate holding up, Greg?
Well, the good news is like I haven't even noticed the frame rate. I haven't thought about the frame rate at all, because it's just been absolutely perfect so far. And yeah, the graphics are certainly pretty good, very well animated. Yeah, I can't complain in that regard. Much better than Link's Awakening.
Good. If nobody knows, my copy, what I tend to do, I buy games from the UK because I get them cheaper than I could in Taiwan, and I get them sent over, so I'm always a week or two late after the releases to get my game. So mine is still on its way here. Maybe it'll be today, maybe it'll be next week, who knows.
Yeah, well, I would almost be certain you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to it now.
I was just going to say, my biggest complaint with it is just like so superficial. It's the same complaint I had as soon as I seen the footage months ago. It's the font they use for the text and the dialogue and stuff. I despise it. It almost ruins the game.
Is it throughout the entirety of the game?
Yeah. It's everywhere.
It's ruined.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the font. That's lucky. Nick, do you have problems with fonts?
No, frame rate's much worse for me.
Yeah,
I can live with a bad font.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can also check out our other great content on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the Any Café podcast from all good podcast providers. Just follow the links in the description below.